the significance of the jersey you walked in?
Yeah, TJ's my guy. I feel like we're twins in different sports. Smaller guy, feisty, gritty, leader, vet, cool, best dressed. Yeah, all those things.
TJ won't be in best dress.
Yeah, TJ's my guy.
Your secondary looks a little different than last time we saw you.
Yeah.
What do you think about those guys and also within the new scheme that you're going to play? Which I hear you might play a little role in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Great journey with the guys that we've had here who has now moved on to different destinations. And, best of luck to them. And I'm more than appreciative of the relationship and everything that we endured over the process, of trying to win games week in, week out. I do like the new additions that we've acquired this offseason, and, looking forward to the rookies that's coming up and whoever else is going to, add to this ship along the way. I'm excited. I'm ready to flip the page and, win as many games as possible. I'm ready to have the vibe there, the relationships there, the plays there. So.
It sounds like you guys might play with a little edge, a little more aggressiveness, and
yeah.
And I think there's some plans for you specifically. I mean, how much are you embracing this opportunity to do something different?
Honestly, I'm just trying to step in and be a student of the game. Again, having a new coaching staff all over again and having new teammates, I just want to be able to learn as much as possible, be a sponge, and just take it one day at a time. I'm not really trying to set the expectations too much right now. I'm just trying to get the feel of everything, Coach Anarumo and his staff, and honestly, I just want to have fun. We'll be at the game tonight, so it'll be a time, to have this camaraderie and just be intentional with those around me. And, one of the things that we wrote down today in the meetings was, 3 goals for yourself. And I like that because you want to have this big picture that you want to, be accountable to. You want those reminders throughout the season, throughout the preparation and the process of the off season, in season, of where you want to go. But personally, right now, I'm just taking it one day at a time.
How do you think just the mentality of Darius Ward, Cam Bynum, like they bring a certain level of, dog is the word I would use. How do you think that'll elevate the rest of the room?
It's kind of like one of those, like one of my college coaches, he'll say, get with it or get lost. And I think, with the guys in the room, that brings that energy, it's contagious. And if you're not about that life, if you're not with the energy and the high play, then it'll expose you. So I think it's only here to help everybody in the room, and I'm sure everybody in the room wants to be on that same level. So I'm excited.
The 3 goals, that was the whole team?
It was a secondary. Yeah.
What were your conversations well before becoming teammates with Cam Bynum? What were the things that you guys talked about that you saw respected in each other's game, and what did you think that could look like that's now becoming a reality?
I think a good player just respect a good player, and I think whether you turn a game on or not, whether you're playing that team or not, who out there who can play and who out there that's a leader, and honestly, who's just a good ambassador of the game. I think those are the guys that I respect in the game that, not only can affect the game but can affect people. And so, we talked to each other after the game in Minnesota, and we ran into each other again for Walter Payton Man of the Year award in New Orleans. And, bright smile guy, like right on. And it's cool to have that, type of energy around you. You want people that can be almost that comic relief, when everybody's going through it. We've all had tough days. We all need people who can kind of lift the room without even saying anything, because you already know that person's demeanor and energy and approach to life. So just having a person like that just makes the day light, you know what I mean, even, throughout a day's work. So I'm looking forward to building with him. Every time I see him, I'm like, my guy. Like, I'm going to support him, and I'm looking forward to being a leader with him.
What were the 3 goals you wrote down?
It's confidential, sorry.
When Cam was here, we did talk to him about the balance between, like, being a really serious football player and also, like, having fun with the game. Like, he seems to walk that balance. very well. I mean, I know you like to have fun, that you celebrate and do all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I mean, does that appeal to you, like that approach?
Yeah, I think like people gravitate to people like that. So it's somebody that I want to, just figure out. I want to know what makes them tick, on the field and what doesn't on the field. And I want to be able to communicate with this person even in tough times. We might be down by 7, or we may need a play on 3rd and 11 or 3rd and 2 and something like that. So when you're committed, when you're connected to a teammate like that, you're gonna go the extra mile to give them more to make a play. You know what I mean? So I think with this process of being in spring training, that's where we kind of figure it out in training camp. That's where we figure it out, and in the season we'll just let it roll. So right now is how we're gonna win games in the season. So I'm looking forward to it.
And then there's Mooney who just wants smoke.
Huh?
And then there's Mooney who just wants smoke all the time.
Yeah, he's green light.
I'm sorry. I've got a colleague doing a story on helmet safety. Have you changed
Wow,
helmets
this
during
took a
your
turn.
career? And I'm sorry, I missed that.
I said, wow, this conversation took a turn. No, you're good.
Have you changed helmets during your career, and how much thought do you put into the helmet that you choose and wear?
Good question. So I wear a F7, and I believe it's shut for the most part. I should know that. But I guess to your question, I've been wearing an F7 since 2018, I want to say. So it's just my second year, I think, if I'm right. My rookie year, I think I was in a speed flex at one point. It was more of a heavier type of helmet. They came out with a custom deal. It's been changing every single year as far as, whenever I first started wearing F7s, it was at the top of the grid, dark green area where, these are really good helmets. You should definitely be in this. And I was like, I'm a appearance type guy, so if it looks good, I'm going to be like, I might. So it looked good enough, and it was testing good. But as the years went on, I think the following year or 2 years later, it was like in a yellow. And so I think Shutt went in and made another F7. And so I don't know, it's a thin line when it comes to having the right helmet every single year, because the area that these helmets are graded is always changing. So you want to be in the best helmet, and you want to be in the best of safety every single year and every single game. So it's just something that we have a great staff that is always on it, and they're always keeping us aware of the type of cleats that we should wear, or the shoulder pads, whether we, having a custom fit or the factory supply, and as far as helmets. And so I think it's a collective effort of putting you in the right stuff. So, yeah.
I mean, it's not really your department, but Anthony, they're putting him in a situation where you got to turn it up, right? You got to show up and prove yourself. What do you think that might reveal about someone, a young player who, trying to find himself? I mean, what do you think this whole process might reveal about him, whatever happens?
I'm not. I don't want to be dismissive at all. I want to be. I don't know. I don't want to say I don't know, but I don't really know his shoes. I can't really relate because I'm not in his shoes. I definitely hope he prosper in the way that he wants to prosper. I don't really. It's a tough one because you're asking me about another player, I guess. So. I support A-Rich more than anything, and he's one of the teammates that the locker room is very high on. We definitely have his back in a lot of different situations, and we want him out there, and we want to see him play and thrive for this team and for this organization and city. So yeah, I just hope he gets out what he's putting into it, and yeah.